Just how did that feel to close that one out?
Well, we can't stop smiling. When you look at us, we're just like, it felt good. I think just how much we stayed together and we believed in each other. I think that's kind of what made it feel so good. Being on senior day obviously was, great, and we love that. But just the way, we fought for each other and we came out and we played for each other was what I loved the most about it, and it made the win so much more fun.
When did that belief start to become kind of reality? When did that crystallize for you guys?
Yeah, I think just like walking out on the floor, last home game, being in front of our fans, very appreciative of who all came out and the community that continues to just come out and show up for us. Like we are so grateful for the community, and we just want to perform for them and show them that we are growing and we're continuing to get better and we're playing for them. So to be able, for me to do that my last year, I can only imagine what it feels like for Missy. So, yeah.
Was that, you mentioned the senior night, obviously, but just last home game, did the emotions kind of hit you early, or at some point today that
Yeah, I would say we were closing up practice yesterday, and one of my teammates talked about senior day today, and I was like, I almost forgot for a second. I'm so invested in practice and the next game, and working on us, that I almost forgot. And today, yeah, I think the national anthem and kind of looking around, silence, just seeing everybody, seeing my family, seeing all my teammates. That's when it really hit me. Like, wow, this is the last time I'll be playing on this floor. But I'm so grateful for my years. I've had such an experience here, and I honestly wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't be who I am today, and I got to be surrounded by some of the best people. So I'm really thankful.
Yeah, so I know you guys are a very process-oriented team, but was there ever like a sense of frustration of like not getting the results that you wanted?
I'll answer that one. I think in the beginning it was hard for us. We were, I think, a results-based team, but I think our coach has been kind of helping us through that and help us not to be like that and be committed to the process. That's our motto this year. So we just have been doing that, I think, and we've gotten so much better at that through season, and it's definitely paid off. So, yeah.
Yeah, and in that fourth quarter, you guys went 12 for 12 on free throws. What do you think that says about your growth, especially in those late game situations?
I think I would just say stepping up and being ready for the moment. It could have been easy for the pressure to get to us, and, it didn't go the way that we wanted it to. But to be able to step up in big moments and execute, even our end-of-game plays, to be able to do that, and I know Coach Langley touched on it last game, but the experience will come, and so to be able to execute like that, it says a lot about how much we've grown.
How do you kind of work on those late game situations? Is it just something you build with experience, or can you work on it in practice at all?
Yeah, we've had shorter practices this year because of academic requirements. We want our student athletes to be able to have the opportunity to do whatever major they want, be able to have jobs and internships and grow. And so we've had a little bit shorter practices, and I think that's one of the things that as a staff that I need to do better. We need to do better to get more experiences, because in those short practices you're just trying to make a decision every time, and we kind of committed to that lately and executing. But I also think there's nothing like the game, so the more times we are in the game, the free throw pressure. We did 1 million free throw pressure drills through the season, but there's nothing like that moment when you're learning each other and kind of getting the belief in yourself. And I think these young ladies have earned the belief in themselves. They work really, really hard every day. She's crying before the game and goes out and has 14 points in the first half. That's what I call that's very like in the moment. Okay, this is over, and then I'm doing this now, and that's beautiful. To be able to be fully present as young people, and be able to have an emotional moment, laugh, be serious, and then be intense. That's late game. Late game is very, let's stay focused in the moment and be where your feet are,
Yeah. And then Jada Noble has been stepping up too.
Tremendous.
Her being a freshman, what is the potential for her?
she's got unlimited potential.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that we see that her toughness, her willingness to do whatever is required of her on the floor is really neat to see. I mean, she had several late game screens that were really important. Obviously, got hit in the face, and but there was a lot of just moments where just toughness moments, and I think she's starting to recognize the player she can be on both ends of the floor.
And then playing well against Arizona and then getting your first win today, do you think this could be a turning point for the team?
I think every day is a turning point. I think every day we grow. I think every day, we come back in and we go to work. And that's what I could say about them through this journey is there has never been a feel sorry for you that impacted our ability to work. Sure, you're disappointed, but their character is exceptional. And that's laying a foundation that you cannot break in the future. And so I'm very excited for them to get to celebrate. I don't think there's anything we wanted more than to see them smile and celebrate. And you want that because you're working hard. But I have a feeling that tomorrow's practice will look just like, or Tuesday's practice will look just like the day's last practice we had. Because that's what the process is.
The second quarter, I remember, I was thinking at the time, maybe it's been your best quarter in a while, and then the third quarter was maybe even a little bit better, and then the fourth quarter, when it really matters, was maybe a little bit better than that. Is that, again, just kind of one of those things you guys talked about the last couple of weeks, just like, obviously we see stretches of it where you guys play really well on both ends of the court, but just stacking those up consistently is obviously what leads to the results, right?
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that maybe people don't notice is we've started to do a few small things, new things in games defensively. I mean, we put a press on in the middle of the game. We don't press very often, and they did a great job with that. And so just as we continue to have these practices and get to know one another, again, just the time that they put into that. But I think you're right. It's familiarity with one another in the system. And but it's also really, there's a mental toughness in there that they're showing that's really remarkable.
You already kind of touched on this, but I noticed especially in the third quarter, a couple of your freshman players, Jada Noble and also Alexis Whitfield, made some pretty crucial plays that really got not only the whole team but everybody in the stadium going. So I just thought, do you guys have any thoughts on how their progress has been, especially as new players, and how they contribute to the team?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you guys can speak to your teammates as well, but I just want to say I think we're all proud of the way we keep working, and freshmen grow the most, a lot of times that during a season, and you can see them just kind of taking off. And the commitment to the defensive end of the floor this team has made, I think is really special as well, and those two young ladies have made that commitment as well.
Yeah, to add, I think those are two girls that care so much about our team and the people around them that individual success doesn't get in the way of them. So when they pour into us, you can really see their growth. But I think aside from just how statistically maybe good they are, they're really good people, and they make our team better.
Tina, can you just talk about the two seniors and kind of what they've been
Oh, man,
doing
no.
their first year?
Refuse to cry. Yeah, I mean, the world to us. We said it a little bit when he interviewed Nate, made me miserable on, trying to interview before a game, make me cry. But when you're a new staff in a program, to be able to have, two seniors that have such character and really servant leaders that have poured into this team and to their teammates and to our coaching staff and trusted our process and that it's different and it's really different at times. And I can't thank them enough for the sacrifices they made. I mean, we talked a little bit about today, about 4 years or however many is a lot, and it's a lot of pain. It's physical pain, it's mental pain, it's grueling work and commitment to something bigger than you. And a lot of times you're just not rewarded for what you give in, but they are because they've made an impact that you can't explain. I mean, their impact on me, on our staff, on our team, and I think on this university is pretty tremendous. So I'm beyond grateful for them. I love them.
Missy, for you said it a little bit earlier too, but you've just been through a lot, obviously, with this program, but just kind of being to this point and kind of just getting over a hurdle here, but kind of encapsulate kind of what it means to you and be at this point.
Yeah, it means the world. This community, this university helped raise me, honestly. I mean, I look back to where I was when I came in as a freshman to where I am now, and I feel like I'm a whole new person. I've learned so much about the game, about life, about people and relationships and how to value them. And because of that and all these people that I'm surrounded with every day, I'm not afraid for what's next. I'm excited. But yeah, I'm so grateful. I can't even put it into words.
You could ask about Lauren too at the end there, offensively.
Baller.
Free throws, but yeah, she had a couple
Baller.
big shots there, like for you guys too. It was just her creating those moments. Or?
Yeah, she has such poise. I think, I thought our entire team attacked with real poise tonight. Knowing the team takes a lot of charges and tried to find their teammates. But then there's times where you've got to go to the rim and finish through contact. I thought a lot of players did that. She did late really, really well. And then obviously free throws. Haley, we had a lot of people hit some big free throws. Jada, but that's the growth of the team is, we could go back and we could go to a box score similar to this and, late game execution and free throws and things like that. And man, we were a really special group at the end. And you could go through the roster and talk about the contributions. I mean, I told TT was like, your breakaway layup mattered. That still score mattered. Everything matters. And so I think every one of them have just really contributed in a special way today.